It is Monday the 12th of February. I probably should have prepared that before I started talking. And today I am starting my first ever reading vlog for the week. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna try and read a lot this week, and I thought I would share that with you all. I've really gotten into watching reading vlogs, and it's been interesting to hear people just responding to books on the spot, like once they finish them, getting that first instant reaction, as compared to like a planned review where you've had time to think about it. Like sometimes that can make the world a difference. I don't know. So today I'm going to be starting, I've just changed all my bookshelves and I don't know where anything is. So I'm going to be reading Gemina, however you want to say it, for the Illuminae Files read along for February that I've been hosting. So I've just changed my entire library around, so everything is very different. So I'm going to read this, and I've got some other stuff I want to read this week, but we'll see how long it takes to read this. Probably not very long because I really want to get to it. So we're going to start with this and I'll update you all later, because right now I need to go run some errands. So I am 86 pages into Gemina, and whenever I see the name Merrick, which is the same name of Jax, one of the characters in there, I always think of the Merrick brothers from Bridget Chimera's Elemental series, and never Merrick from Gemina. So it always throws me every time, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, different guy, oh yeah, oh, because there isn't anyone with the same first name in that series. But still, I always forget that my proof doesn't have illustrations, and I really need to buy a finished copy of Gemina to actually see. Like I've seen the illustrations, but I haven't actually like read it with the illustrations, which I probably should have done this time around, but I don't currently have access to a finished copy, so woe is me. As much as I loved Illuminae, and I love Illuminae like a lot, it's one of my all-time favourite books, Nick is one of my favourite characters. I love him very, very much, and I'm excited to see him pop up again in Obsidio, hopefully. I probably won't be able to read anymore today because I'm about to head over to Kimmy's, but I'm just going to update my Goodreads. Because Gemina is a reread for me, doing it on the Goodreads app sometimes makes it go a bit weird, so it's easier to do it on the actual website, so you can enjoy the view from my desk, which has books behind me. For anyone that's curious, this is not my bookcase. No, it's not. It is the husbando's. But I am 150 pages into Gemina. I'm keeping it in my book bowl bag, which is very, very good. I always forget with Gemina how quickly like all the shit goes down as compared to Illuminae. Illuminae is a slower build up and then everything happens, but it's a very different kind of formula with Gemina, I find. Like everything just sort of kicks off almost straight away. It doesn't have that surprise element that Illuminae does, but I guess it's not really going for that. So for those of you who have no idea, I am doing a read along in February for the Illuminae Files, which is hashtag Illuminae Files read along on Twitter, and I've been posting updates and I've taken some pictures and stuff. Come and join us. There will be Kimmy, I think, is reading Gemina at the moment, and I'm pretty sure Lois and Katie are currently reading Illuminae, so we should see some more people posting. But please join us if you haven't already. We have the whole of February to read Illuminae and Gemina in prep for Obsidio on March 13th. Oh yes, I am maybe a little bit excited about it. I took a short break from reading Gemina to read Nisekoi Volume 25 because my order finally came in. This is out of stock freaking everywhere. I love this series so much, and I'm so happy and sad it's over. I can't really say a whole amount about it without being like spoilerific, but it's just so cute, and he made the decision I wanted him to make, and it was kind of predictable, but I still loved it because I'm so invested in the characters at this point. I've been reading this series for nearly 2 years, I think now. This was one of the first series I bought when we moved the kids' room upstairs, so at work. So yeah, it'd be like 2 years in March that I've been reading the series. So I have grown very, very fond of these characters, and I'm so sad it's over, but I'm so happy at the same time. And in books, I really don't like it when they do a, you know, several years later kind of thing, and it doesn't really happen very often anyway. Like Harry Potter is kind of the main one, and it just doesn't feel as real. But in manga it kind of works because you can see the characters older. Like the end of Fruits Basket has it, the end of this has it. The end of this I think is done really well actually. So I got to 414 pages last night before I went to bed. Not still in bed. I have had some food, but I'm back to bed because I don't feel so good. So I'm gonna try and finish this and we'll talk about it then. I'm gonna do a proper wrap up for the blog about these books. So this is just a quick update to say I'm still enjoying it, and yes, I don't love it as much as I love Illuminate, but I still really enjoy it, and Nick is still my favourite character, so feeling a bit like a broken record. Look how pretty the inside of this book is. If you've never read them, like, you're missing out on so much. So I just finished reading Jamina, all 659 pages. I originally gave this a 5 stars when I read it back in 2016, but I think this time I'd give it 4 stars. It's definitely not as good as Illuminate. Illuminate packs a bit more of a punch. I was discussing this with some of the guys from my book club, well, what used to be my book club, now just my friends. Anyway, and we were saying that Jamina is very different from Illuminate, and I was saying it doesn't have the same kind of formula. Illuminate is very much about the suspense and the terror, whereas Jamina is very much action-packed. Not to say that I didn't enjoy it, but it's not quite the same as Illuminate. But yeah, I still really enjoyed my reread, and I'm very excited to get to Obsidio very, very soon when that arrives in my hands. Hopefully soon. We shall see. So it's Friday morning, Friday the 16th of February. So I didn't record anything yesterday because I didn't actually read anything until I went to bed. I read 130 pages of Love, Simon, aka Simon vs. Homo Sapiens Agenda. I actually finished it this morning because I woke up with my husband at 5:15 because he had to go to work, and I just couldn't get back to sleep, so I blitzed this, and I totally forgot how much I enjoyed this book. It's really such an easy read, doesn't take that much concentration, and you can totally put yourself in Simon's place, and Simon is such a genuine character, and I love all the characters. I'm even more excited for Leon the Offbeat now because I've had a little refresher, so I'm excited to be able to read that soon and to talk more about this. Now that I've read it, I probably will try and go and see the film. I don't know if and when that will happen, but I would like to go and see it to compare. But this isn't how I picture Simon in my head at all. Like, I can't really explain how I picture Simon. I love Simon, he's very cute. There is nothing about Simon to really dislike. You kind of understand where he's coming from in a lot of the situations, so it kind of makes sense, and you can relate to things you recognise from your school years and things like that, even for old people like me who haven't been in school for quite some time. I really loved this. I'm guessing February is like the month of rereading for me because I've read 2 books this week and they've both been rereads from 2015 or 2016 kind of thing. Really enjoyed, and we'll be discussing this on Le Podcast, which as always is linked down below. I'm probably going to finish my reading vlog here because I don't know what else I am going to read today because I'm going to go out for a bit, so I might not get a huge amount of reading done, but if I do, I will come back. I won't be recording Saturday or Sunday, so this is just a Monday to Friday vlog just because my husband's off for the weekend, so I'm actually going to spend some time with him rather than reading. Really excited to get back into reading. I am reading so much faster and enjoying books more so than I did last year already, and I have read more novels at this point than I have done by this point last year. Only by 1, I think it is now. the fact that I am able to go back into reading quite quickly after leaving my job is really great, because I was worried I was just not going to be wanting to read anything for such a long time, and I'm really happy. So I'm going to end this vlog here. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you again soon. Bye!